Going. Look, I started side quests before the stream actually started. That's exciting, huh? Um, if you're watching this in the video archives, you might want to just skip ahead a couple minutes because I'm going to monologue for a little bit, and then we'll get into interesting stuff. I'm tweeting manually right now. Is what I'm doing. I'll be honest. I stopped using the auto tweet, whatever. Uh, and So now I'm just doing that real quick. I hope you don't mind. So today, I think uh, I think we're gonna continue on like some of the art that we were working on yesterday as like a first thing, and then uh, I it'll probably be another very content focused day. I feel like probably I don't know. I'm thinking that because I still don't completely want to destabilize the game. Uh, Sorry, the thing that I was about to send just got a little slightly misformatted. But yeah, I just don't want the game to be super crashy right now. I'll probably get it. The game's gonna crash someday. I just, I don't know. It'd be nice to have like a little span of time where it doesn't, right? So, all right, I'm actually hitting the submit button right now on like a million different things. So it's just gonna take a second. It won't take that long, but I'm just gonna continue on with that for a little while. And the stream just started, so it'll probably take people a little while to filter in as well. And so let me know in chat if you have any pressing questions that I can be answering while I attend to this one last matter. Yes, the character art that we worked on, the character art that we started yesterday and we were working on at the end of the stream, and I'm thinking we'll probably pick up with just in just a moment. Sorry, I told this website that I'm not a robot, and then I waited too long, and so it asked me again if I'm not a robot. Because apparently sometimes robots wait too long. I don't know what that means. But I'm not a robot, and I can prove it pretty consistently. I have not once in my life failed the VoIP conf test that I know of. Uh, all right, I'm almost done. I swear. I'll get to the actual game dev in just a moment. Cool Feather, hey, how's it going? Welcome. You are the first to arrive. Yeah, I'm just kicking things off by clicking the submit button on like a bunch of different forms, and then message cannot contain special characters and cannot be more than. I'll have to do that one later. I don't know what special characters it's subjecting to. Yeah, sorry. I'll switch over to screen cam in just a moment, and we can get started. And by just a moment, I mean approximately now-ish. Now, yeah, now it's fine. Okay. Uh, so, yeah, let's get there. Let's go there. Let's also. Oh, I should have set up my tablet earlier. I'm gonna move things around a little bit so I can bust out my tablet, and we can continue working on our farmer pirate, whatever character that we. Yeah. Oh, what's funny is Cool Feather. For me, it's 10 o'clock in the morning right now, or it's like 10:42. I got started a little bit late, so yeah, you're gonna be waiting all day, a lot of days. If your day is like my early morning, because I don't start streaming until around 10 a.m. my time. Like, and that's like 10 a.m. my time is early for me. So you're gonna be waiting a lot of days. Maybe just plan to watch it in your evenings, maybe, right? Because that's there at no point will I ever start streaming at like 2 a.m. That would not work out for me. Uh, all right. No, but I appreciate the sentiment. I didn't mean to sound too sarcastic there. Okay. So farmer pirates, whatever. I honestly don't know what this character is, but we're in the process of fixing it up. Oh yeah, we just did the legs yesterday, which is why there are so many legs. We don't need quite that many legs, huh? We can we can hide some of those in the meantime because I mean, I can pull up the list of the stuff that we have to do, although I happen to remember that the next item on the list is to replace the shirt with a cream colored shirt. And wait, where am I? I'm at my documents. Projects, journey, equipment, future order. Yeah, so we did we did farmer pants. We haven't done farmer shirts. Farmer. Far- we haven't done farmer shirt. We haven't done farmer hat. We haven't done the vest and the sickle. And once we do those, we'll have completed this look. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Uh, Zero, hey, welcome. How's it going? um, the shirt is gonna be really simple. The vest is gonna be pretty simple. The hat, yeah, I mean, like, I the sickle might be a little tricky because I want it to very much render as a sickle. Like, I want it to be very clearly a sickle, and I've never drawn a sickle before. I mean, the gist is that you just make a hooked blade, but like, I guess I'll just want to make sure that it renders as like metallic and sharp and get the shape right, and then yeah, I don't know. All right, so let's do the cream colored shirt first. Oh, you know what is? I'm gonna hide the hands for just a minute because this hand like covers up a lot more space. Like the leather wraps that go around this hand cover up a lot more space than the typical hand piece. So I want to make sure that I extend the cream colored shirt all the way down to the uh, all the way down to the elbow because otherwise when I swap out the items, we'll get we'll accidentally expose stuff that we don't necessarily want to. So what's the best way to do this? I guess I'll just draw over the old shirt with the new shirt, and then we can remove the old shirt. And oh, whoops, sorry, I'd moved stuff around when I was working on other stuff yesterday. I was working on like art for another project, and since I was not doing it on stream, I repositioned like all of my toolbars and options and stuff. So let me just get that back on screen so we can see what the heck we're doing. And actually, no, that was fine over here. And all right, and then we can get back to it. Cool. Oh, oops, that wasn't even supposed to be like that necessarily. Whatever, that's fine. Hopefully. Okay. So, we still have we still have our lumberjack look and our blacksmith look that we were sketching yesterday. I'm probably just gonna delete these eventually, but I still find them amusing right now. Maybe maybe you'll turn into a lumberjack someday. I don't know. Marty BM, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Okay, so yeah, so chest. Oh no, chest zero is the vest, and so we'll have to check that it looks okay with the vest later, but we don't actually have to do that now. Oh, also chest three is technically not the. I mean, they're like identical basically, but oh, right. Oh, that's important. The part of the so like there's the little blue notch down here that doesn't really look like anything, but if you see it in context of chest zero, it's part of this it's part of this jacket. Wait, what is that? Oh, I know what that dot was. That dot was part of legs layer zero. It was just like a splotch that accidentally dropped there, and yeah, no, that was not supposed to be there. Okay. But yeah, that little blue bit for the cream colored shirt, we'll actually need to. Yeah, we'll need to maintain those little blue dots down there. So that'll be important to keep in mind. Because if I lose the little blue dot, like I'm not so like yeah, it just like changes the shape of the jacket a little bit, which is not like the most important thing in the world. Panafer, hey, welcome. How's it going? Zero Maverick is a lumberjack in real life. Um, all right. And so Cool Feather, if it helps, all of this is checked into version control, so I could delete like most of the things on my computer, and SideQuest would still run tomorrow. I could still just recover it all from the backups. um, so yeah, even if I have like catastrophic hardware failure, hopefully not, but even if I did, it would probably still work. Okay. Yeah, let's do those things that we talked about. So let's show chest layer 2. So I'll have to remember to preserve. Oh, I think this like notch on the collar and this blue down here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna draw on a layer above this, but I'm just gonna draw very carefully. And so yeah, I actually liked this cream color that we came up with yesterday. It was like, I don't know, it's just like a nice tone, a nice mid-tone between like the bright white and like maybe like the darker elements. I just feel like, I mean, especially because like this character is like, I've been calling it like pirate influenced a little bit, like kind of a farmer with like pirate influences, and I just don't want. Yeah, I don't like. It looked weird like back when the originally the oh, we also neck. We want to bring back the neck. So oh, how do necks usually look? Not that it super matters, but I'm just gonna look that up real quick. Um, yeah, it looked too like it was weird when the character had like this pristine white shirt because it's like wow, that character looks so rugged or like so not fancy that like that person's shirt would get not the person's shirt would get a little bit discolored a little fast, I guess. I don't know. All right. What is the so shirt is the original one. So like, what does the neck usually look like? Um, I'm yeah okay. So I didn't think there was any like lightness to it. It's just yeah, it's just completely like dim. I'm just gonna borrow this neck, I guess, because I just want to line it up. Like just because you wore a turtleneck for a little while doesn't mean your neck should be like differently shaped once you take the turtleneck off again. So let's see what we can do about that. So this probably goes here, right? Looks about right. Uh, oh, I'm putting these in totally the wrong place. These layers should go much lower down. They should go down with chest 2, for one thing. Because they shouldn't be drawing over the face. Yeah, that looks about right. I might as well check the data positioning just to make sure that I'm getting it precise. Like I said, it's just like wearing a turtleneck is not supposed to literally change your physiology. So when you take it off, your neck should presumably be like ideally it would look just like it did beforehand. So that's why I want to make it look as such. So the coordinate positioning for the shirt is 6640. Oh, we were off by 1 pixel. So there you go. So what is goes up 1 click? No, down 1 click. Yeah. All right. Oh, I guess this puffy sleeve shirt. Yeah, I guess because the shirt had like slightly puffier sleeves, it made it look like maybe it would be further up, but no. Okay. Uh, so, oh, you know what? Actually, I could just like tint this shirt because like this shirt that we just popped on here is like basically what we're going for. So if instead of worrying about like much of the chest 2 stuff at all, we could just. I mean, there's not a huge difference there. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna like, hold on. Let's avoid the neck because we don't want to recolor the neck. We're not changing the skin tone here, but what if we just like, all right, I'm gonna put in another new layer because I like layers, and then I'm gonna take the cream color again, and I'm going to exacerbate it, like like blast up the saturation, but then blast down the alpha, so it's very faint, and then I'm just going to spill spill tool on top of the shirt. Yeah. Because that's basically what I was going to do, right? I was basically just going to take. And then I think I made it a little too saturated. Because it was supposed to be like more cream than like brown. But yeah, that's just a lot quicker than bothering to redraw it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Cool. Alright, so deselect. I can get. Oh yeah, so now I smush these layers together. I can get rid of layer 30 because as it turns out, I did not need that after all. And then, okay, so yeah, the last thing that I have to do is I have to keep the little collar piece, and I need to keep the little jacket piece down here. So I'll want to, when do you get a companion? You get a companion at level 10, maybe? Hold on, actually I have the file open right now, I can just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You don't get the mouse until level 14. But the first few levels go pretty fast. So, uh, yeah. And then, all right. So so getting rid of the traces of that yellow shirt underneath will be mostly about like, let's try just like lassoing. Basically, all of that stuff is what we want to get rid of. Yeah. So it'll basically be like this, because then when we bring back chest 0, it'll. So yeah, so the character's still wearing. Oh, we lost a little bit in the neck here, because like for some reason you're seeing like green through here, whereas I don't think you're actually supposed to be doing that. Hold on, wait, what did it look like with the? Huh. It's funny. Seems like there's just like a gap there. Maybe because maybe I just got a little too aggressive with the deletion. Oh, wait a second. Wait, why did that white pixel disappear? I wasn't deleting it from... I don't know. I'm just going to not do that. I'm just going to avoid having deleted that one, because everything else looked okay. Apart from accidentally having deleted that pixel. So we'll call that fine, I guess. Oh, okay, so I'll squish these layers together for export purposes, but I don't actually want to squish these layers together, because the next thing that I'll want to do when I put on the vest is to have this same shirt, but without like these extra jackety bits. So yeah, I'm gonna save that. And then, so actually, before I even worry about that, oh right, because I actually use this not only. Okay, so I use the same shirt for both chests. Yeah, okay, so I am ready to export. I just need to get extent. So let's look at all the chest pieces, all of the chest pieces. Oh, wait. No, okay, I'm not 100% ready. Sorry, I lied. Because I still need to do chest 3 without the yellow. I need to, because I'm using the same shirt for chest 3, but it still has like the, it still has that yellow stuff around the outside, so we'll have to, same as before, just basically come up as such and not delete that part, but then delete the rest of this. Oops, wrong layer. Wrong layer. There we go. All right. Zero Maverick is pretty awesome. I have to say. Um, so, yeah, I used to work in customer service, and that was how I got really good at smiling even when I don't like someone. It was my customer service experience that gave me that talent. um, okay, so now I'm ready to export. Now I'm ready to export these layers. So let's show all of the chest layers just to get extents. Although I don't need these swatches anymore, so I can get rid of that. What was that on chest layer 0? They just keep like appearing and disappearing again every time I show and hide the layer. But okay, so the extents will probably be the same. I don't think the extents have changed from the previous incarnation of this this chest piece. Which would I think mean that there's not actually this pixel. That's one pixel too many. Yeah, there's not actually anything. I mean, I guess there technically is. There's like there's very lightly feathered pixels in that range. I'm gonna check how I did this before, because like I said, it's nice to have consistency. It's like if there's no strong reason to be changing up the look of the character, like it's not going to be super obvious, but like over time, like as I'm making more and more assets, like it could like start to slowly mutate, and then like, you know, for whatever reason, I mean actually, oh, you know, one thing I could do if I felt like it is I could make characters get like slightly more buff as they got higher in level. Like so instead of redrawing literally the same neck, I could draw like the neck slightly like more muscular and slightly more like if I felt like it. The reason I probably wouldn't do that is because, well, for one thing, like, I don't know. All right. So did I? Yeah, I guess I did technically encompass that other pixel on the end. Again, not that it matters, but why not? Why not? Oh yeah, and that's the other thing I want to check. Oh, right. Yeah, right. I can't cut. Yeah. Oh, yikes. I can't actually. Oh, wait. This isn't actually in the right jacket for one thing because it doesn't have the spalders on it or the epaulets. So let's go to the right one. But even though it wasn't, even though that image didn't have the epaulets, the height of the lasso, I don't know if it would have been entirely satisfactory because the neck comes up. Maybe it does come up exactly as high. No, yeah, the neck actually comes up higher than the epaulet. So I'd have accidentally cut off some of that. So how many pixels higher? Is that 2 pixels higher than the epaulets themselves? So from the top of the epaulets, yeah, literally up 2 pixels. So, all right, that'll be better. And then as far as the length, yeah, it comes down. Oh, I have one clipped. I have 1 pixel clipped off the bottom. All right, so this should be the extents, right? Because it goes, yep, to the shoulder and then to the edge of the arm. All right, so this should be good for extents. Right, so layer 0 actually doesn't change, I guess. So, oh yeah, actually, oh interesting. This should be the exact same thing, hypothetically. So why don't I just, why don't I just chest epaulets? Let's just copy this here and call this farmer shirt, which is hilarious because there's nothing like particularly farmerly about the shirt except that I'm calling this character a farmer. So file, open, chest, farmer shirt. Alright, so let's replace these with the new version. So I saw a fun advertisement the other day for what was it? It was like 10 megabytes of storage for like $300 or $3,000. I don't know. It was something ridiculous. It was really fun, and from like the 80s or whenever. All right. So if I copy chest layer 0 and paste it here, there should be I still have 1 pixel clipped off the bottom. Really? Oh yeah. Wait, I totally do. How did I? What? I swear I added that one back in. Maybe I was using the wrong modifier key or something. Or maybe I'm just bad at aiming my cursor. Wait, is it still too low? How freaking low is this thing supposed to go? Is this? No, that should be good. Yeah, no, that's totally legit. I guess I had it clipped by 2 pixels. All right, because now it's identical. Yeah, so now if I copy and paste it, it's identical. So I don't need to update these ones. Don't save. I don't need to update these ones because those ones don't change. The ones I need to update are these two. So we'll go to what is it? Chest layer 31. We'll squish together chest layer 31 and chest layer 2. And then copy chest layer 2, paste it here. We have it. We're no longer wearing the white and yellow turtleneck. We can save that. Okay, and then we'll unsmush these layers because then we're going to switch layer 31. Layer 31 being the cream colored shirt. Squish it onto chest layer 3, copy that, and replace this one. And so these layers are very similar except for these little like blue marks down on the bottom. And they look abstract and weird right now, but when you line them up with the jacket, it's like the jacket moves. It has a little bit of movement as the character walks, so that's why we have that going on. And then I guess, yeah, when we do the vest, we won't need as many frames of animation, so that'll be a little convenient, I guess. All right, so that should be all set and all good. So what I have to do now, coming back here, is to unsquish the cream-colored shirt from the other chest layers. And actually, you know what I can do is I'm gonna hide chest layer 3 because I don't really need to look at chest layers 1 and 3 anymore because the next chest piece won't be animating, and I can actually basically delete the old chest layer 2 and call this the new chest layer 2 because we'll be adding the vest to it before we save it out, but that's the gist. All right, so save stuff, and yeah, so now the hat I think is next up on the list. We did farmer shirt, we already did farmer pants yesterday, so farmer hat, yeah. And I call it a farmer hat, but again, it's just a hat. Or it's just like a hat that I decided might look cool. on this character. So let's draw a better version of that. This is our like mock-up. This is our like our idea. This is our concept. Our concept art. Excuse me. It just sounds funny to say. So yeah. Wait, did I somehow? Oh yeah, those pixels that were there. Oh, whatever. We don't need them anymore because we'll actually be getting rid of the. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna just get rid of chest 0 as well because we're not gonna have it. Like when we get the. Oh no! Technically, we will get. Yeah, no, we don't get the vest until our next level. So technically, we will have the. We will have the jacket when we get the hat, because our transformation is not fully complete yet. So. I don't know what you're talking about, Cool Feather. Oh wait. 247 billion email messages sent every day. 81% are spam. Wow. Yikes. Yikes. Oh my gosh, that's just such a waste. Like, what are we doing as a civilization that we allow this to go on? I'm suddenly very sad about who we are as a people, like collectively. Alright, head layer 0. I'm gonna add a new layer above it. And amuse me. How's it going? Welcome. Hey. Yeah, this hat. Oh yeah. I shouldn't color sample from the from here. I should color sample from the slacks because I'm not gonna actually use these tones for the hat. I'm gonna use these ones down here. Oh, although so funny thing, I tend to use a more dramatic tone difference in tone. Like I tend to use darker darks and lighter lights on the legs. So it's actually possible that I wouldn't be using these exact same tones for the hat, but I think they're going to be similar enough that I'll do it anyways. So, what GUI? This is the GUI. This is the game. This is side quest right here. And as you might gather, Trusty Bard is the storyteller. So if you're paying attention in chat, keep an eye out for Trusty Bard. Like right now, how he's talking about stuff going on. Yeah, you got it. You know how it goes. Okay. All right. So hat time. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, so I'm gonna probably draw it a few times. So I want the brim to come down fairly low, but not so low that it covers up the bandana, because I don't want this to look like a replacement. It's basically just like the hat goes over it, and also that is too much brim. That goes way too far out. I want it to be very low, like flat, like I don't want it to come up very high. I do want it to fully cover the head. So I mean, I don't want it to look like the head got like smooshed or something. Why do I keep drawing way too far off in this direction? I don't know. But I guess like geometrically, it should come down. I guess like this, basically. And not, well, I can bring it in a little bit on this side. Yeah, I think this is like the rough shape of it, right? Hey, Gypsy Caravan, welcome! Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you missed it, right now, in chat, Trusty Bard informed us that while attempting to cure a small town of their mysterious affliction, you start to feel the symptoms yourself. Oh no. According to the locals, you can make a remedy from the blah blah root plant. And a local shaman might offer a blessing of health. So that's where those action tags are on screen. Hopefully I'm pointing in the right direction to indicate the action tags. Am I? The action tags. Am I? Yep. All right. Yeah. Those. That's what those things are about. Yeah. Welcome to the channel. Gypsy Knight. Thank you very much for hosting. And welcome everyone. You came in at an interesting time as well, because we're making this like what we see over here on this side of the screen is like here I'll move my head. What we see on this side of the screen is like the concept art for the character that we're setting up. One thing you'll notice is that this character still has the elaborate blue chest piece of their previous outfit. And we are playing Haberdasher. We're playing Haberdasher now because Jonas, hey, welcome. We're playing Haberdasher because we are giving this character a hat. How many times did I just say Haberdasher? Enough times? Sufficiently many times? Okay. Let's yeah, I'll be honest, I think I've never been so uncertain. Whoa, whoops. Did I color pick the wrong color? It looks like I'm using a slightly different tone. Oh, there are two slightly different tones on the leg piece, so I should probably stop color picking from there and start color picking from here. All right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been so conflicted in like in trying to figure out like what direction I wanted to go with with character art before. It like I don't I like well, for one thing, I had a very clear idea of like what type of character I wanted to make, and then as soon as I like was ready to actually start making it, it occurred to me that like it was a really inopportune time for that particular character. Originally, I was going to make a standard bearer, like like a guy who holds like a or a girl who holds like a the flag of like with the banner of the whatever party they're representing. And sorry. Um, so yeah, but for various reasons, it just was not the right time to do that, and so I just had to like change course and figure something else out. You know what? I think I'm going to shade the hat first. I was about to put the band on it, but I'm probably going to do that on a separate layer because I don't know how I'm going to do the shading on this piece exactly. Like I honestly don't know what shading to put on this to make it look to make it look the shape that I want it to look. So I'm probably just going to like try some stuff first. Is it? I don't know. For some reason, this color looks darker down there than it does up here. Or maybe I just picked like a slightly lighter tone of it. But yeah, I think the shape. I tend to do like a darker rim along the upper edge just for contrast. I keep wanting to use the eraser tool, but I should not be using the eraser tool. I should be using the paint tool. Yeah, so this character came about in an interesting way. The Sir Barrington. um, so uh, I'll be honest. I don't understand what questions I'm getting asked in chat right now. I guess I'll just say yes. Yes, indeed. Good. Keep up the great work. I'll say that. How about that? That's a pretty safe answer, right? You guys are doing great. I am. I am super thrilled with your enthusiasm, and I think you. I don't know what I'm saying. I think you're doing a bang up job. Keep it up. Okay. Uh, so yeah. All right. I think this hat like apart from the fact that I'm not an artist and I'm I'm not a good artist, I should say. I'm not a good artist and I can't for the life of me render something like this. I think the other thing that this hat really needs is that band across it because I think like you know because it's so flat, like the shape like only shows like you just the shape alone, like just that this the just the silhouette of it does not fully convey the shape of like the geometry of the hat or like at least not the intended geometry. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get it right. But I think that's about as good as I would be getting it. And then yeah, so I'm gonna add in another layer just to see if I can put the headband in. I try not to go too crazy with my layers, like how many layers that I use for like a piece of art, but oh, they're just so helpful. How did like do you remember like like when art programs like didn't have layers? Maybe a lot of you don't. Maybe a lot of you weren't alive then. But like I remember like I don't know. Well, maybe it was just back when I used like MS Paint. I like I certainly I it's hard to think back that far because the memories of like working on anything art related and not having layers is like it's just really painful. Those are dark times. I'm not exactly sure what the curve of this should be. It was looking too curved on one side, and it looks like it's too far forward. It looks like it just comes too far forward. But I guess I did that not just with the band. I did that with the shape of the hat itself. So actually, maybe instead of erasing that, hey, new follower. So I have a few hundred layers. Yeah, I do have a few hundred layers. All right, well, whatever. I have a few hundred layers here only because the character system is actually really complex. Like the character system itself merits, like the character system itself, like the way the character art works in this game, uses what's like 7 times 4. It uses like that many layers just of its own. So, oh, I completely did not pay attention to the new follower message. Hold on, wait, I'm sorry. It's gonna pop up on my other monitor really fast, and I'll say thank you for following when it does. But thank you for following. Welcome. I've missed your name, but I'll sorry, I'll pay attention. I was just really absorbed with this hat. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm thinking I should like in terms of positioning, I should probably shift the hat like one click to the side because it looks a little far forward. And yeah, I'm also gonna add in like a light shading to the band. The shading on the band actually might not be necessary. I might want to in fact not do it overall, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So yeah. Okay. So like that, I guess, is roughly what I was thinking. I don't actually like the shading. I think it's fine as it is. Let's look at it from a further view and see what it needs. Oh, it's very high contrast, which I guess is fine. It hadn't occurred to me exactly how high contrast it would be. So maybe I should just use the slightly deeper tone. It's too flat. It's a little too high contrast and it's a little too flat. Based compared to like what I wanted it to be. So Sir Barrington. Oh yeah, I can see links. Alright, I can't read the entire thing right now, but sounds fascinating. I will check that out promptly in the near future. Yeah, links are deactivated. But I mean, the nice thing about the internet is if you ever need someone to see something, you can always just tell them what to Google in order to find it. All right, yeah. So what if I just move the band down? Like, what if I just moved this entire layer down relative to the position of the hat? Maybe the hat doesn't actually need to be taller. Huh. Actually, yeah, maybe the hat doesn't actually need to get taller. Maybe it was just that I put the band a little too high. Yeah, that seems better. Because the brim's not supposed to like be angled down. The brim is supposed to be like pretty flat. And then, all right. So then the other thing I was noticing is that it's just too high contrast. It's just too bright. So I'm not gonna bother like redrawing it or anything. I'm just gonna change the brightness contrast. Or I might want to, instead of doing brightness contrast, I might want to do hue saturation because I can also change the brightness there. I want it to look basically as though it were the same. Oh yeah, wait. I shouldn't be doing this zoomed in. I should be doing this from a distance because the distance is is the view in which I want to get this right. So are we at 100%? Hold on, my layers thing. No, we're at 85%. So let's look at this at 100% size, and yeah, let's do the brightness contrast here. So yeah, so basically just I want it to look like a light band, but like light on black is going to look very light regardless of yeah, you can link your Twitter accounts to SideQuest, and then yeah, Enrico's got the right idea. Huh? That's funny. My other screen didn't update with the follower notification. It usually does. Maybe it's just taking a while. All right. Speaking of follower notifications, I won't miss this one this time. Zeronator, welcome. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Sorry again to whoever followed earlier, and I completely missed it. I'm a jerk. I apologize. Alright, I think this is fun. For the hat, So let's, I guess I can just smush these layers together now. Oh yeah, and so, actually, yeah. There are still technically two layers, because there's still like the top layer of the head is like the front piece, and then the back layer is the part that hangs down the back. So, oh, there we go. Jacob must pee. Sorry for missing your notification earlier, but thank you very much for following the channel. Okay, and then uh, so all right, save this, and then I I will, yeah, I'll just squish. I can just squish these layers together. I don't think I'll need to edit that really. I'm happy enough with it. All right, and oh yeah, so I'm gonna hide the chest for a second. Hide the, oops, not that one. Hide the jacket for a second, just so I can see the full extents on the hat piece as it drapes down in the back. And then let's get extents on this. So we now go out to here with the hat. Oh, but only this far down. Is there actually a pixel on this side, or is that just... Yeah, there's technically a pixel there. Excuse me. Alright, so head layer 0. Copy this. Oh, I should do data before I do the images, because I never forget to do the images, or at least I haven't forgotten to do the images yet, but I do sometimes forget to do the data. So, new folder. I call this farmer hat, because, I don't know, to me this character is still a farmer, and, so I'm just gonna, I don't know what else to call it. It occurred to me this morning, though, it almost looks a little Amish, maybe? I actually don't know what how Amish people dress, but like the attire, for some reason it was like, I don't know. I was like getting a vibe of that, but I might be just making that up. All right, so the upper corner of this image is located at pixel position 6416, and it is 37 by 29 pixels wide. I'm reading that off of Paint.net, which is one of the nice little features about Paint.net, is that it gives you that information. New, okay, based, save. So this is frame farmer hat. This is frame 0. It's for the upper layer. And then, so we'll save that. And then the other piece that we have is head layer 2. Copy this. This one barely changed from its previous incarnation. The only difference is that the extents are a bit wider. So we'll just make a slightly wider version so that it lines up correctly. So that's frame 2. And so good. Now we have that all saved, and we can do the vest. I think is next, right? The vest and then the sickle, and then we're good to go. So yeah, at this point we are rid of the jacket, so we can get rid of the jacket. Chest layer 0, and I think, whoops, wrong layer. I mean, I don't usually put clothes on the chest layer 0. Like, until the jacket, which we needed to put over other things, we usually just put it directly on the lower layer. And like usually the chest layer 2 is for stuff that like you might wear around your neck. Like if you had like earlier in the game you have like a compass that you wear around your neck. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Marty. So chest layer 2, let's add a new layer. Layers are free. They only cost as much time as it takes you to scroll up and down to find the correct layer. That is, I guess, technically... Hey, new follower! Perkstream! Welcome, thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, the layers can save a lot of time, but then they do technically cost how much time it takes you to find the layers that you're looking for when you need to find the layers that you're looking for. Like, for example, I could get rid of these layers. It's just... I just still find it so funny. Too funny. Daysflash, hey! How's it going? Yes, this is Side Quest. This is actually the game that we're working on right now. It's up and running, and I'm adding new character art to it, so here's like some character art that's not in the game yet, but will be soon. Uh, oh, hey, another new follower. Uh, my name is Icy. Welcome, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. Um, I like. Oh man, I keep telling myself I have to change the font color or something of those notifications because like I can like barely read them on screen. Okay, so oh, I can bring back the hand now, right? Oh, and I can get rid of that color swatch because we don't need those yet or anymore. And yeah, the vest is gonna be very simple, very straightforward. So I made a new layer for it right down here. Yeah. Oh, actually, I guess I will want to hide that. I will want to hide the hand at some point to make sure that I'm getting the vest looking okay underneath the hand. But for now, we'll start off. I think so. I kind of have two different tones here. I have the pants and the hat, which are a much darker dark, and then I have the boots, which I think I'll use also for the vest as like a slightly lighter tone actually. So first I'm just gonna sketch out the shape of the vest, and I mean, actually, for this other side, I can basically just use the darker tone because this other half of the vest is like basically completely in the darkness over here. It's not very big, so it doesn't have to be outstanding. In fact, maybe we can even see a little bit of the shoulder over the vest. And yeah, you're already playing Perk Stream actually. Do you notice? Yeah, well, people in chat are gonna explain it before you hear me because of stream delay. But you'll notice that people in chat are using the so yeah, you'll notice like Trusty Bard explained in chat a situation regarding some kittens in a tree, and the action tags are the words that have the pound sign that you see people are now using in chat, and that's really like that's all you need to know to get started. There's a lot to the game that like there's a lot of strategy that you can employ in the game. But it's supposed to be like I mean the idea is that like with this game the idea is that like you are a group of adventurers. So the real strategy of this game is to like collaborate. Or I mean you don't I mean hypothetically you don't have to play it like co-op. You could actually like strategize against each other. But all of the outcomes are going to be based on not just your all the outcomes will be based on what you choose, but it'll actually be based on what the entire group chooses as well. So yeah, when strategizing, pay attention to like what other people are choosing, like pay attention to what other people are doing, and then you are G2G. Did I say that already? I should stop saying that because I just heard myself saying it. I was like, I sound dumb saying that. I apologize. Yeah, does this vest come all the way down, or does it like stop a little above the waist? I think it might stop a little above the waist. So, I don't know, like that maybe. That's more pirate themed. Having it stop above the waist for some reason. As soon as I did that, I was like, yeah, that's a pirate. That is a pirate. I don't know why exactly, but all right. Also, I should get the shading consistent because usually you got it. You have a darker tone coming down this edge. Although I think I pulled it a little too far back. I think it was supposed to stick out a little further. Yeah. Like so. So wait, hold on. Let's did I line it up okay? It's about right. I might have wait, hold on. Yeah, I might have pulled the shading a little too far out. I might wanna oops. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. I might wanna I'm gonna pull this back slightly. But other than that, I think it looks okay. So yeah, that was pretty straightforward. And so um, so oh, thank you, Cool Feather. So yeah, now we can export this stuff, which will be much simpler because there's actually only one layer here. It's once we squish these two together, it'll just be this one layer. So squish, and then, all right, to get the extents on this, I'm going to hide the face, just so I can see how far the neck goes up. I mean, technically it only matters how far the neck goes up as visible underneath the face, but whatever. All right, so there is a little bit of vest that comes out as far as this. Yeah, and I think I got one too many pixels. Sorry for putting my face so close to the camera. One too many pixels up here, and I think I might have gotten one too many pixels here. No, there are pixels there. Okay. Alright, so copy that. Oh yeah, and I should do data. I should always do data. Equipment, chest, new folder. I call this vest, I think. New text document, data.txt. So the coordinates here are 65, 40, and 26, 24 are the dimensions. I hope you don't mind, I'm going to climb stairs intermittently as I work. I hope that's not too distracting. So, alright, so new file, paste here, we got the shirt and everything. Is that, yeah, it looks okay. Looks okay. Looks okay. I try not to get the, I try not, like, usually the character's chest is fairly prominent, so, like, I think to the vest, I don't know, does it, basically what I'm wondering is, like, does the vest make the character look fat? I think the answer is no, but let me double check. What would it look like if we didn't have the, this hand here? No, that looks fine. Does not make the character look fat. That's fine. That's totally fine. Sorry. I'm so vain. Alright, so equipment, head, and so for the vest we only have, oops, not head, chest. For the vest we only have layer 2. There's nothing that goes like above it or anything. Although, I don't know, I was thinking of giving the character, like, bling. Like a gold chain or something, possibly, but, I don't know, that was just because I was thinking, like, the character needs, like, a little something extra. Oh! Oh, I still haven't put the buckles on the character's shoes. Was it? I think it was when I gave the character the hat that I was gonna do that. I do like the buckle. I did like, yeah, the buckle was like one of those like little, oh. Oh, also I was gonna have the shirt a little more low cut than this. But I guess that's easy enough to fix. As long as I undo smushing the vest down to it. Sorry, yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that. I didn't actually plan on having this, yeah, the shirt was gonna be like a little more, like V-necked. I guess. So, sorry, just real quick. Oh, yeah, I guess that's actually why, for the neck, I was going to introduce, like, I was actually going to use, like, a slightly lighter tone for part of the neck. Because, like, you actually, I guess, could see a bit of that. Just as much. Yeah. Not a major difference, but, again, slightly more piratey, maybe? Whoops. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops, I'm drawing it on the wrong layer. Oh, I drew that on the wrong layer. Whatever, I liked how it looked, so I'm gonna just copy it to the correct layer. Don't mind that small tuft of chests. It's just kind of chilling out right here. Alright, cut that. New layer. New layer. Paste. Nope, paste. Oh no, wait, I accidentally hit copy instead of paste. Hold on. Cut that. Alright. New layer. Paste. There we go. And then smush this down onto chest layer 2. Alright, deselect. Alright, there we go. And then, yeah, right, so then just to touch it up slightly, let's bring that in just ever so much. Okay. Yeah, and so Oh yeah. All right, I'm not going to do the full re-export process because for one thing, I already nuked the jacket and stuff. So I'm just gonna go like copy and then so what files would have been affected by that, or what files will I want to update? So the chest, it'll be the farmer shirt for one. It'll be both of these, and it's a pretty simple change. It's just I want to replace like the neck as it had been with this. So like so, and same here. Just paste this, slap it in here. Oh, shoot, I'm actually covering up a little bit of the shoulder piece there. So hold on, let's add a new layer. New layer, please. Thank you. Let's line it up as such, and then erase out some of that, just so it doesn't cover up. This is, subtle difference, but whatever. All right, and then smush these together and save. Yes. Okay, save that one. And then yeah, the vest piece that we just that we literally just saved out. Oh shoot, yeah. Actually, no. To do the vest piece, I'll have to right, because okay. So now we'll smoosh these layers back together again, happily ever after, and then file, open, chest, vest, this, paste, and then line this up, which lines up like so. All right, there we go. Save that. Super important, you guys. Super important. I name my layers. I don't name the layers that are just going to be deleted a minute later, but I name the layers that are actually important. The ones that are actually going to stick around. Yeah. I don't waste time naming my layers when naming layers would be a waste of time, but I do spend time naming my layers when naming my layers would be time well spent. Okay. The what? The vest is done. So the sickle is the last piece of the puzzle. And yeah, let's show the hands just so that we have that for context. And yeah, actually the vest and the sickle arrive at the same time. Oh, the buckle, the shoe buckle. That was the other thing that I was gonna add. Do I want to? Oh yeah, actually, hold on. I never actually lined up with. Okay, yeah, that looks good enough. I just want to. There's the little bonus piece that you get, which I knew it wasn't gonna line up perfectly with this hat, but it looks good enough. It's not horribly off. It just looks like it's stuck to the brim rather than like stuck to the band, I guess. I don't know. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, I do kind of want to add that buckle, the shoe buckle. So that won't be too hard. I think I'm just gonna add it on the one shoe. Like the buckle will be on the outside of the shoe, I guess. Or actually, I could put it on the top of the shoe, and then it would be visible on both. I mean, either way, it's not a huge difference. But yeah, whatever. All right, so shoe buckle. Why not? Save that, and then so yeah. All right. I mean, this will take a moment to do because it involves the leg layers, which have more frames of animation, but it won't take that long, I don't think. So, oh yeah, yeah. So let's look at the bonus just because we want the metallic, shiny colors. Just like the mid-tone would be about like this, I think, about like that, and then so yeah, from this view you only catch like a glimpse of it. Oops, I should draw this on a separate layer. Yeah, the difference between using the eraser tool or not using the eraser tool is very meaningful when you're working on the same layer versus separate layers. Alright, so you only catch like a flash of it there, and then this is gonna look like shoelaces. So maybe I should put it on the side, because if I put it here, it's just gonna look like shoelaces. So maybe I should put it on the side of the foot. Alright, well that's fewer frames of animation. So if I just put it here, then you won't actually even see it on the other foot. And so, uh, sure, why not? So I'm gonna actually use a smaller brush to put like the middle of the buckle in. That was really poorly done. That was really sloppy. That was also really poorly done. That's fine. Alright, and then just highlight it a little bit. How's that look? I don't like it. I didn't like it the last time I did it either. I like it. I like the idea. Maybe I just don't like the execution. Maybe I should. Maybe it'd make more sense if the band actually like, if it was like a buckle on like something that actually like went around the foot. I don't know if that makes any more sense, more or less sense, but let's find out. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I was evaluating it from a middle range, but like I think I should actually just be looking at it from a far range, right? Because like it'll show up like more closer to like this size in game, so it looks fine here actually. So I don't actually I don't know if I care about whether it has that band or not, right? Because also like from here, with or without the band, it looks fine. There's actually like zero perceptible difference. Hey, new follower. Let me click over so I can read. Denocast, sorry for mispronouncing your name. Thank you very much for following. Welcome to the channel. um, yeah, so with or without the band doesn't really matter. I'll not do the band because it's not necessary at all. And then, yeah, so this will be basically literally the same as the other legs. So let's go to the equipment, legs, farmer pants. Yeah. Copy these here. What do I call this? Like shoe buckle. I should. Oops, not show buckle. Shoe buckle. I should really like change my naming convention. Like just to be. I don't know. Like I choose really bad names for stuff. All right, so we'll need to be editing this one and this one because the foot is. Or no, not this one and this one because the foot. These two frames represent the left foot, and we won't ever actually see the or actually no, it'll represent the right foot, the player's right foot, and so we'll actually never see the the buckle on the other side. So edit these. Right. So like before, I'm not gonna copy the whole thing. I'm just gonna take this little snip, copy, paste. Oh, I forgot I have this on a separate layer. So let's squish it, I guess. Squish down, copy, paste, and then line this up. Yeah, there we go. Save that. And then, right, so now let's make one for this foot. Can we use the same one? No, I shouldn't do that. Alright, so I'm probably just going to show this leg. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do this in the abstract. It'll be a little weird, but whatever. So legs, layer 3. The character's just going to have 3 legs for a minute as I draw this. Sometimes I click new layer like 5 times in a row and it like waits forever. Pain.net. Yeah, that's not a bad name for it. Oh, Bengalinksy. This is just sprites, no bones. Yeah. Save. No, I don't have to save, but whatever. Okay. No, what I'm supposed to be doing is basically the same buckle treatment. Very simple. Very simple. Deselect. So I have this new layer 30. Oops, I'm using a small brush. I should be using a slightly larger brush to draw in the buckle. Yeah, I need the buckle to be like big enough that I can like add like some level of detail to it. So let's just pretend it looks like that roughly. And then so let's go with the yeah, so actually those colors got a little bit softened, so I'm gonna go back to the to pick up the darker tone that we use for metallic-y shapes or for metallic-y stuff, and then use the smaller brush. Wait, oops, there we go. Small brush to put the like the middle of the buckle. I guess that doesn't seem very dark, but whatever. I don't care. And then yes, lastly the lighter tone, which is not quite white, but it's pretty close to white. When you see multi at the end, yes, that is true. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The multi tag represents multiple choice. There's one event in this game that is authored by someone other than myself, and that the author is listed at the end of the event. It'll say in the resolution text who authored that event. It's more dramatic that way. No, I don't know. So that's probably fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's good. It looks like the same buckle. Enough. It looks enough like the same buckle. All right, so now I can squish these layers together, and like before, I'm not gonna bother re-exporting like any big stuff. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it here and line it up as such, and then save. All right, cool. Yeah, small detail, but one that I like. I had wanted to give this character like something else, like something that was a little bit more than just like the original drawing, but like adding something around the chest didn't look right, and yeah, like the buckle was like the thing that by adding it didn't seem to throw anything off. Like it still looked cool, or it still fit like the concept that I had for the character, I guess. The concept. Okay, so sickle time. Let's harvest. It's a harvest. So the handle of the sickle, I guess I drew it as being like, originally I drew it as being like, oh, I think it's supposed to be like more wooden. So probably not going to use the exact same color. But it's like, I don't know, similar enough. It's like a dark, it could be like a stained, like, or burnished wooden. No, that's a terrible idea. I mean, actually, no, sorry. I didn't mean that, cool feather. The donating to get times 2 experience, that's a terrible idea. You're never going to be able to pay to win in this game. You might notice though that in this game though, some of the characters have like wings, and some of the characters have like glowing like auras. You actually get that by donating. It's funny you mentioned like that donators should be able to add their own events. Anyone can add their own events. Yeah, fun fact. So, yeah, Gypsy Nut, it was great to see you. Hey, Chris Uncreative, welcome. So, yeah, if anyone is inclined to write an event for SideQuest, one thing I would recommend is understanding how SideQuest works. Like, if you've never played SideQuest before, or if you've only played it a few times and you only have like a very light understanding of the event system, it's very easy to make an event that doesn't actually work in the game. So I would strongly recommend, if you don't know how the event system works, or if you want to learn more about it, I'm happy to explain that, or what. But yeah, once you like so anyone who does understand well how the event system works, you are welcome to submit events through that link that I posted in chat. And so yeah, the reason I don't, okay, yeah, so if you don't understand the event system, like, probably don't, I mean, you're welcome to try, but like you're probably not going to be successful at writing an event. I'm actually going to be writing events a little bit later, so that'll work very well. If anyone is interested to learn more about the events, how the event system works, and what what constitute an event that works versus one that doesn't, I will be talking about all that stuff. And yeah, so the reason I don't have that link posted anywhere, I put it in chat on request, but the reason I don't have that link posted anywhere is because it's not as obvious as it. I mean, it's like it's not necessarily for everyone, right? There's basically the prerequisite that you play the game, you understand how the game works, then you'll have better luck with the event writing. All right, so sickle. We will have a sickle of some manner, and it will be. Oh yeah, the handle. I think it really doesn't matter what color the handle is. Where'd my color picker go? So like I guess I'll make it slightly more less red, a little more orangey or yellowish, I guess. And then let's make the brush bigger again. And oh, I should be using the correct layer. I already have like 2 layers. Or no, I have like this layer that used to have a shield on it. We can get rid of the shield. Oops. We can get rid of the shield from the correct layer. And just draw it on here. Alright, so brush, yes. So the sickle has a handle. That looks like flesh tone. That whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna use the same color. Apparently this person matches their sickle to their to their wrist straps. Maybe the handle of the sickle is leather bound. Maybe that's what it is. Um, yeah. So the only really tricky part about the event system is like choosing the right event type. So, I guess like yeah, if anyone's gonna try and make an event, the first thing I would strongly recommend is making sure you're choosing the right event type, because like you can like you can write basically any thing in any of those event forms, but if you write like as an example, so how about like so an event from the game. What was the most recent event that we had what was the most recent event that we just played? Yeah, so you stay the night at a farmstead, shorthanded due to injuries from a recent skirmish. You can uproot carrots, corral ponies, or chase ducks. That's the text. That's event type 5. It could be event type 4 or 5. I think I made it event type 5 because event type 5 is a little softer. Like you can't fail in event type 5. And you can't really fail at helping out at a farm. It's not like the farm explodes if you don't if you don't uproot carrots and corral ponies. But if that had been event type 2, it wouldn't have made any sense. Because event type 2 is about voting. Event type 2 is only one answer can be correct. And then if you're on a farm, like uprooting carrots and corralling ponies are both equally valid choices. Like just because you uprooted carrots doesn't mean that you can't corral ponies, right? So if you wanted to make an event like that, the most important factor is recognizing like this is an event that's not about decisions. This is an event that's about like a broad array of choices. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I want to rate some events later, so I'll probably I'll be talking about that a lot more later. I think this color this tone that I used for the sickle is actually too light. I think I used a darker tone over here, and I think it's actually more correct, and I'll probably switch over to it because the bright lights that I use for the accents. I mean, for one thing, it's supposed to represent like something that might be a little shinier, like like something sparkly, like or not like jewelry per se, but like something like a nice piece, like a buckle, not like a something that's been like so like this the sickle is hypothetically like an implement used for harvesting like grains or like I don't know what sickles do. I'm pretty sure you swing them around and you can chop down like produce or like You can harvest stuff with them, is my understanding. um, I could give this character like, it just occurred to me I could give this like the other thing. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of here, jumping between topics, but it just occurred to me I could give this character like a pack of some sort. I don't know if I'll necessarily want to, but I could hypothetically. So I might. We'll see. Uh, all right. So yeah, I think that tone is a lot duller. So I will want to accent it with like brighter tones. Specifically, I think I'll want to try and make it look as though like the inner edge is like sharpened, and maybe it catches the light a slightly different way. Uh, it goes a little bit further behind the character's face than I would have liked. I might try and cheat it a little bit to make it stand out from that a little bit more. I guess, hold on, how would this shine? It'd catch the light, I guess, on the lower edge more. It'd catch the light more on the upper edge. So down here it would be the inner edge, and then up here it would be more the the upper edge. So, or the outer edge. So let's try that. So that's I don't know. I don't know. That might be a little too much. I might have overdone it. Yeah, I think the outer edge probably isn't going to actually catch as much light. Like it'll catch more light up here than it would lower down, but I don't think like the inner edge is supposed to catch more light because it's supposed to like be sharp. I think the outer edge I don't think the same thing applies there. I'm gonna use a smaller brush just to try and get like because I keep like using a bigger brush and it keeps accidentally like changing the shape of the of whatever, and I do not appreciate that as much. Also, the smaller brush tends to be a little bit more sharp edged, and so that fits actually quite nicely with what we're doing here because this metal is supposed to seem sharp. How are we doing like at all? Huh. I'll definitely want to add in like a shade of like a shading tone as well because right now it's very you can lose it like it can get lost in the like even just against this like this flat green color it gets a little bit lost, so I want to make sure that it's more noticeable and it's more clear like what this even is. I don't know if I should cast a shadow on it. I mean they're not technically like some things in this game are self-shadowing, but other than that, there's not really. No, I probably won't do any shadowing, or I won't even try. All right, so what if like the shading tone came up along the edge of the blade? This I don't know. This is like giving it a different shape. Like I don't actually want it to look like. No, that's definitely not right. Maybe just this lower edge would actually be shaded. Maybe that's all. That could be worse. It could be a lot better though. Which event type do you choose if one is right and one is wrong? The player has to choose the right one to be successful. You can't actually do that. In SideQuest, the GM doesn't choose what's the correct answer. The GM chooses the options and the players choose what's the right answer. So, yeah. The way you can set that up though is yeah. So like the way you can set that up if you wanted to is you can have an event that has two different choices. So yeah, you can't if the player yeah, it's a little curious. In event type 2, the player chooses one answer or the other, or they choose one action or the other. And what you can do is you can make it so that like one answer is to solve the riddle, and the other answer it can't be like you fail because like in event type 2 Well, actually, maybe event type 3 would be better. Because an event type. Huh. Yeah, I strongly recommend experiencing more of the event system because I think it'll be a little more clear like what an event is in SideQuest. Because like a riddle is interesting, but it's not an event. An event is like something in which you take action. So like an event involving a riddle, like maybe the action is that you work to solve the riddle, but like answering the riddle itself is the action, right? So the action tag isn't to like input the answer. The action is to choose to answer the riddle. I don't know if this makes sense, but yeah, like the way that a riddle would play out in this game has more to do with like the narrative than like I don't know. Uh, there's like knowing the okay. I'll put it this way: knowing the answer to a riddle does not make you any better of an explorer. Like you don't grow as a person just by knowing the answer to a riddle. By by figuring out the answer to a riddle, that is how you would actually gain experience. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. uh, like there's a well, so the other reason that a riddle would be a little bit curious in this game is that it'd be clever the first time, and then the next time it would be really easy because the answer wouldn't change. Uh, uh, what am I doing here? I I don't think I'm making this more of a sickle. I think I'm like making it like a different sharp edged weapon, but I don't think I'm necessarily making it a sickle. Because sickles here, actually I should look up sickles. I should look up some reference art for this because like I said, I've never drawn a sickle before. I don't actually know what it I don't know the intricacies, the ins and outs of a of one. It can take forever to load. Oh, you're just not loading. Nope, you just decided not to load. Cool. Thanks, internet. Really helpful. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely exaggerating the curve a little bit. Oh yeah, this is like the I don't know the lighting. Oh yeah, I think this is like kind of the lighting that I was trying to represent. Like on the inner, it on the top, the top half is more lit than, or like in this case, the upper left half is more lit than the lower right half, and so on the inner edge is lightened. So yeah, I guess this does imply a little bit of volume. Like when I did something similar to this, it started to look like the blade had volume, and I guess that's kind of okay. It's a little okay, I guess. Uh, but then yeah, this is like the more simpler rendering where just like the blade is like lightened and the rest is like fairly flat. So for simplicity's sake, I might want to just go with like something like this. This one's also really shiny. This is really shiny. um, this was really easy to render, so I could just put it back to like something similar to that. Uh, there's like this where it's kind of like an extreme version of this. All right, I feel better informed about lighting, and my assumptions were not incorrect. I just basically just have to like pick which one of them I want to be doing. I could go like this way with it, where the blade is like actually much darker, and then the metal is much darker, and then the blade is has a little more contrast to it. Uh, huh. All right. Well, I'm not 100% off. I'm just yeah. Uh, let's let's fix the shape a little bit though, because I got a little. I was looking too like too too weighty. Like I made the blade too thick. Like none of the ones we looked at were as thick as I had it here. They're actually much like in general they're much leaner. So let's narrow that out just slightly. And then I guess yeah, I'm gonna this lower edge like is doesn't really resolve very well, so I'm gonna just try and touch that up slightly. I'll angle it slightly. Is that gonna make it weird? No, that's fine, I guess. And then, yeah, because I shrunk the width of this down, so I'll go back in and yeah, maybe it was fine before when it had like oops, not like that. When it had a lightened edge down here. I won't go crazy with it, but like a slightly lightened edge. Maybe I shouldn't use the bright tone. Maybe I should use the medium tone for like a slightly lightened edge. Yeah, probably, because that looks weird and discrepant. So maybe just like that, kinda. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's pretty close to okay. Yeah, it's kind of like an unfortunate angle, I guess. I'd like if I wanted the sickle instead of to be held correctly, if I wanted just to like shine perfectly, I'd probably like flip it around the other direction because like from this lighting source it's a little awkward, but it's not bad. Could be a lot worse. Alright, so I need to put more glint on the top edge. Like here. A lot more glint. And not that much, but a lot more than there was before. Failed outcome. What happens if the vote is split and none of the actions win? Yeah, that's yeah. So if it's 50-50? Like if it's 50-50, neither of the actions prevail. So an example of that would be I mean the very simple example of that is the boulder. One of the events is you come to a boulder blocking the path. Do you push it to the left or to the right? If 50% of the people are pushing it to the right and 50% of the people are pushing it to the left, then spoilers, it's not going to work out. You're going to have a bad time. So that's an example of a failed outcome. Failed is probably a little extreme. It doesn't have to be like that, like everyone dies. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be like catastrophic failure, but it could just be that you waste time or you're not as effective as if people had done whatever. Cool Feather is talking about the event writing form that I linked to in chat earlier. That's that's if you choose vote. That's one of the possible outcomes if you're making a vote type event, which yeah, I mean I named the events for the form because like in the form I didn't want it to say like event type 2, event type 5 because those don't mean anything to anyone other than myself. But vote, if you hear me talking about event type 2 is vote. Okay. This is fine. This is good. Yeah, and then all right, so I can ship that. And then the other thing I guess I could do if I wanted would be to yes, that is true. If you encounter a boulder blocking your path and you sigh, you're not gonna have a great time either. You won't expend as much energy as if you push it from both left and right at the same time, but you're also not gonna get very far. I could put like a pack on this character if I wanted to. I was just thinking like other things that I could add to the character, and maybe that's not the right way to go about it. Maybe I shouldn't just be adding things for the sake of adding things. But let's see how it looks, I guess. Because why not? All right. I will export the sickle in just a minute, but before that, let's. So this would be back layer 0 is what this would go on, and it would be like. I like that. it irks me that like you can't use the hotkeys, like the hotkeys that you can use like when drawing. You can't use them after you click on any of the other toolbars. Like if I click on the layers thing and then try and use the hotkey to switch to uh, like a specific like the brush tool or the dropper tool or whatever, it's like nope. It's like no, you cannot do that. All right, so if we had like a pack, it wouldn't. Hold on, it would be. I'm using literally the same color as like a lot of the other pieces, so like it's coming out a bit muddled. But like if we had a pack, I don't know, it might look something like this, I guess. And why do we have that? Is there a reason that we have that? Does it help? I don't think it helps. I think I liked it better before. Hold on, let's see. So that's what it would be like roughly with it, and then without it, it would be like... Well, it does do something for the character. It makes the character look a little more like weighty. Because right now the character looks a little bit like empty, a little bit. So, Marty has cooties. Marty got cooties, I think. uh, is that what that face means, Marty? I assume that's what that face means. Hey, I gained level 17. Spirited trekking, Trusty Bard says to me. Uh, Alright, maybe I will do like a pack of some sort. Should I do it in a... Yeah, I think I'll do it in a darker tone like this too. Honestly, like what occurred to me, like the reason it occurred to me like I could give a pack to the character is because I think like you keep a thing on your back when you're using a scythe. Oh, maybe not. Or a sickle, sorry. I was thinking because like what do you do once you chop stuff down, right? You put it somewhere. You have to carry it around, right? Like you're not chopping stuff down just for the sake of chopping stuff down. That's not what farmers do. Sickle farming. None of these sickle users seem to have any sort of... Are they really just chopping stuff down for the sake of chopping stuff down? Is that what farmers do? Are farmers just jerks who go out and chop plants in half and then be like, haha, stupid plant? How do farmers make money? I assume they chopped stuff down, collected it, and like used it to make food. And that was what I thought farmers did. Oh yeah, all right. So I was thinking of something like this, not like so exaggerated, but like this is like just this sort of image like is what got me thinking along those lines. So the the players who have wings are the top donators of all time. The players who have the glowing blue aura, someone. So funny thing, someone donated under my name one time. Oh, so Caps Island, for example. Yeah, so Caps Island has the wing, so you know Caps Island is the top donor of all time. Caps Island has the blue glow around them, which means they're a top donator of in the past 30 days. And then this other thing, this like these little like yellow sparkles around this character here. It's a little hard to see because there's also the blue glow there, but and also because I keep mousing over it. But those that I call it like a zephyr or like the I don't know what else to call it. That is oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Okay. The zephyr is every donator gets that for like the week basically. Yeah, that's what that's about. Right now, I think to be like a top donator, I think right now the bar is like $2 or something like that. Like it's not a high bar. I'm not exactly raking in the dough at this point. But yeah, it's also like it's like collective over all time. So hypothetically, you could get into a donation war with someone, but I don't know. I mean, I can always add more of those things if like if I actually start getting a lot of donations and like it starts to like actually like spread out like the array or whatever. There's nothing to stop me from doing so. All right, yeah, I think I might. Yeah, I might just like clean up this pack and like actually like use this pack because it seems fine, kind of. Do I need to? I might change the tone a little bit because right now, hmm, ah, no, maybe it's fine. Yeah, it's mostly fine. I feel like. Uh, all right, yeah. So, yeah. So one thing I will want to do is I want to move the pack itself to the lower layer. So actually, you know what? I'm just gonna move this whole thing to the back layer two. Where's back layer two? Back layer two is down here. Uh, yeah, because the strap wasn't very well rendered, anyways. So actually, I can just erase it. I can erase the strap, and then I'll draw that back in. But the pack was okay enough. So back layer two. Oh, one thing I want to do is oh, back layer two is in front of head layer. Oh, cripes. Well, that's delightful. All right, so to the extent that these things, well, no, that's fine. We'll just say that the back actually does draw in front of it. I don't care. Whatever. We'll just say that this oops, stupid not hotkeys working. Uh, we'll just say that that trailing piece of the head actually does draw behind this for no particular reason. It's kind of fine either way. Uh, Actually, I'll bring it. I'll put it like a little lower on the shoulder, just so it's not extremely overlapped. It'll won't be held quite so high. So it'll be more like I guess might as well make it a little bigger too. Uh, yeah, what was I feeling about these colors? They're not quite right, but and they're not too far off either. Maybe they are, cause like I don't know. I guess I kind of want them to sit between the dark darks of like the. Oh no, you know what it kind of is? It's like the vest is a lighter tone than the pants, and the leather features are going to be like a lighter tone than this pack. I guess is going to be like the comparison there. Yeah, sure. Why not? All right, so yeah, that's fine. Uh, and then right, and so then I will put in the I can. There's nothing on the back layer, so I can actually just I can draw this just directly there. Just smush those layers together. Uh, and then same with back layer. Back layer is 0. Or there used to be the mask there, but no, not that so much. All right, so back layer. So right, so now we'll just have. Oh yeah, what's the so next will probably be the standard bearer. The next character art that we add into the game probably will be the standard bearer. So I want to make sure that however I draw this, it's not going to be like fundamentally incompatible with the standard bearer. I don't think I pose too much of a risk of that. Or I don't think I stand too much of a risk of accidentally doing that. What is the? I mean, because I can always like touch up the asset if it needs a little bit of a fix up when we change the equipment again. Um, that's huh. I should bring it back up slightly. Because, like, it's just weird that there's, like, a little gap there. Like, a little gap on the back of the neck. I'm just gonna bring it up. Oops, wrong layer. I'm just gonna bring it back up slightly. Back layer 2. It'll just be a little bit bigger. Maybe not that big. Yeah. Alright. Oops. Alright. Yeah, maybe this is an okay size. I don't want it to be much smaller than that, but don't want to be much bigger either. I don't want to be bigger than that. Oh, and actually, yeah, I can bring in the, I don't need quite so much shading. I don't think it would be quite that dark. And I do tend to outline the edge, so, I don't know. I'll outline the edge slightly with a darker tone. Yeah, that's probably fine. Wait, hold on, sorry, I botched that slightly. Actually, wait, no, instead of going with the thinner, or the thicker brush, I should probably just do it, yeah, slightly finer points. I think that's probably more akin to what I was trying to accomplish. How's that look? Yeah, that's fine. Alright. I keep saying it's fine, because it's nearly fine, and then the good news is that once I'm done with this, I'm, like, done with this character. So, yeah. We can move on to, quest writing, I think will be next. Yeah. So, oh, yeah, you can't edit an event after you submit it, but I mean, you don't have to submit it now. If you feel like saving it and submitting it later, you can do that too. Yeah. But oh, are we? Hey, we're it's pirate ship time. You find an abandoned pirate ship. Cool. Alright, I just wrote that quest yesterday, which is why I don't know. It's always fun to see it work the first time. It's actually especially fun to see it work the first time, because occasionally, like, I've written it, like, at one point I was writing the events in Google Docs, and I found out that it was, like, introducing, like, invalid characters, which actually caused the script to fail, so it's always nice to see it actually work for the first time. Okay. There'll be other pirate ships, Cool Feather. Someday you'll find another, I'm sure. Alright, cool, this guy's done. So weird. I mean, frankly, this is not at all how I expected this character to turn out, in any regard. Or, like, I never really expected this character to turn out. It's just, like, an interesting set of circumstances that have led to this point. If I actually, I'm just gonna real quick check if I hide this hand, does it show anything weird? No, the pack still looks fine. Alright. Not that that hand is ever gonna, like, disappear, but, I don't know. Like, if the shape of the hand changed, in, like, a different, like, once the wrist wraps are taken off, the hand might be a little bit more narrow, it might be a little more leaner, a little more trim. Just wanted to make sure it would look okay. Oh, I still haven't exported the sickle, so I'll have to do that in just a minute, but I'll do this one first. So back layer 0. Oh yeah, so I should do data first. Data first. Legs, equip. I'll just call it farmer pack, because isn't everything called farmer or whatever. New folder. Farmer pack, and so the data for this is 63. It's positioned at pixel 6341, and it is 28 pixels by. Whoops! Whoops! That's supposed to be called data.txt. This is supposed to have 63, 41, 28, and 20. As the coordinates. Okay. So, Yep, so now we can save those images. So copy from back layer 0, file new, okay. Save that as equipment, back, farmer pack. This one's layer 0, or frame 0, and I don't need these open anymore. And then back layer 2, copy that, excuse me, file new, okay, paste, that's a little bit messy, but this part that like didn't actually get drawn is the part that the arm covers up, so we don't really have to worry about that. This is frame 2, save that, and now the sickle. The sickle and the hands are actually all part and parcel, so let's get extents on all this business. All this business. Alright, move out of the way. Alright, so that covers that side, and then it only has to go this far down. It only has to go this far up. And is there actually a pixel there? Yeah. Well, there technically is, but I don't think there's supposed to be. So we'll omit that. So yeah, this should be extents. Copy. Data first. Always data first. I mean, I probably don't have to do it that way, but if I don't do data first, I'm going to eventually forget to do data. And then the game just doesn't work. I forgot to do data once for the arms, and because it didn't have the correct positions, it just used 0, 0, 0, 0, and so the character's arms were like up floating above them, which was a little awkward. So this is a sickle, and new text document data.txt contains 58, 30, 47, 34. Save that, and then save. And then we can so copy from hands layer 0, file new. Okay, paste, save, equipment, hands, sickle, layer 0, frame 0, and then I tend to keep the hands and the contents of the hands on separate layers, just because they tend to change at different times. Like I don't tend to replace the gloves at the same time that I'm replacing what the character's holding. So I smoosh those together to get that, but then I'll unsmoosh them because I don't need them like that. Alright, so then save this as frame 2. And alright, and so now all the art is in place. All the data for the art is in place. Now we just need to add it to the character list, or add it to the upgrades list, and it'll be in the game. It's already half in the game, because half of the stuff we did yesterday, and I already added that stuff, but, so here's our, I forgot to put in the farmer pack. It should probably go after the sickle, right? Yeah. I don't know. The character looks a little weird with, I don't want it to come in the same time as the vests. Yeah, whatever, this is fine. Okay, okay, so this is not the real data file, though. This is just a separate data file that I use to keep track of stuff when because, like, if I edit the real data file when the assets don't exist yet, then, so I have the order and the future order file. So that was the future order file, and then we'll want to add it to the real order file, because all these assets now exist. Hopefully I named them all correctly and saved the names correctly. Cool. Save that. And I don't have to save that, really. I mean, because it wouldn't hurt to save it. Alright, so, hey, new follower! It's Django. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for following. Uh, I guess I was thinking next up I'll probably start working on events, like it's been saying before. So uh, there is more art stuff I could do. I mean, there's always more art stuff I could do. Um, if you guys are having such a blast with art stuff, we could continue on in that regard. But left to my own devices, I think I'll go for writing more branching quests instead. So farmer is done. Because yeah, the other thing, I don't know if the next environment is going to be a desert necessarily, but I do want to make another environment, which is what this task represents. Um, Excuse me. Sorry. All right. Well, assuming that I'm going to be working on art or not art stuff, but yeah, not art stuff. I'm going to put my tablet away. Uh, but it's not going far. In case I need it later. And I'm doing that just so that I can bring my. I always, in order to use my tablet, I always have to push my computer like all the way back, just because limited desk space and whatnot. But that's better. Let's climb some stairs and write some quests or events or whatever you want to call them. At least that's what I want to do. So, oh yeah, this is what I was doing yesterday. Oh yeah, yesterday before we started working on art, I was writing events and I had just cracked the environment puzzle. I finally figured out how I will go about getting the environments to meld together with the game. Um, I'm I just there's some data. Okay, average PSV is down to 31. That's good. I accidentally introduced a bug and it sent the average passive points value like skyrocketing, and I'm really glad to see that that's fixed now. Or it's I mean it seems to be fixed, and I'm really glad to see more data to support the notion that it might be fixed, because I was like out of control before. Uh, I'll just assume that the rest of it is working out great. How much passive experience does Lauren have at this point? Only 14 left. That's not bad. Trent still has 90. Lifo still has 65. I accidentally added in a bug that caused everyone to get like 200 free experience points. Uh, and I didn't actually like dock it because if I give away if I introduce a bug that works to players' benefits and it doesn't break the game, then that's my thank you for yeah. So the only reason the average is at 30 is because there are still players with really high values, but like I keep checking it. Like when after the bug was introduced, it was 200. Like it was because everyone got 200, and then it's been slowly coming down. So like last week, or like not last, well, I mean last week, but I didn't stream much last week. The last time I checked, it was around like 50 or 70. So like, or like it was, yeah, it was. At the start of the week it was like close to 70. By the end of the week it was like 50. So now it's down to 30. So we're gonna get there someday. Yeah, it just takes time because yeah. I mean, you're supposed to gain those points slowly. So the fact that it clears those points slowly is like normal. But because those players got like 200 like oh, sorry for making loud noises. But yeah, it's because they gained it so fast that it got it all. Okay. But we're getting better. Things are better. Yeah, things are improving. Hey, congratulations to everyone who leveled up. I was just noticing Trent, level 30. Komega, level 8. Good jorb. Alright. Um, yeah, oh man. I'm psyched about the environment stuff because I think that'll just really help with stuff. I think it'll just be nice to have that level of correlation. Because right now, like the on-screen visuals tie into the game essentially as like HUD. Like they're there to be pretty and they're there as HUD, and like that's the only like connection to the game. Like I think with the environment, like once I put that in, it'll really be I just like I was saying this yesterday, but it's like gonna be one of those moments where like the something like new about the game just like really clicks, and I think that'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, oh, but there is this like refactor that I'll have to do because, as I was saying yesterday, like right now, the game can only transition every like 16 minutes or so. But that's only because it was easier to implement it on a 16-minute interval. I can do it on an 8-minute interval, and it's not going to be very difficult to do it on an 8-minute interval. So, also, I feel like the pacing of events today has been fine. Like I changed the pacing of events today, or I changed it yesterday so that it'd be different today, because that's it's part of the environment changes, and I have like I don't know. I feel like it's fine. Uh, so, uh, all right, yeah. So I guess, all right, forest. I guess is how I've started. Or I decided this is how I would start annotating the environments correlating to quests. So, yeah, yeah, that's fine. Uh, I can actually start adding that data to my quests now, and yeah, maybe I should do that before I oh, yeah. You know, I should add this to the it just occurred to me this I should add the this field, the environment field to the online submission form for events, cuz like the events that already exist, I'll just have to like make up I'll just have to make up environments for them because there didn't used to be this correlation between an event's environment. And I mean, I am getting ahead of myself because there technically isn't yet. But at some point, I'll want to add it to that form. Maybe I'll wait. I can. I'll wait until I actually have it up and working. Because who knows? Maybe I'll hit some like horrible like snafu that I can't proceed past, and maybe I'll have to like. Oh, I hope not. Oh no, no! It has to work. It has to work somehow. Uh, I'll worry about that later though. Yeah, I'll just for now I'll just annotate my own, I guess. So in the events data for mine, arson. Yeah, so the thing that I want to balance out is like locations, because I was thinking, well, all right. Well, so okay, so one of the things I talked about yesterday was whether literally every event would have an environment, or if some events would arbitrarily not have environments. And yeah, it seemed fine that some of like not all events have to have a setting, and basically I can just have it so that if you so what I want to preserve in that case is the I don't want like I want to make it so that like event or like environment based events occur as frequently as non-environment based events, like in the grand scheme of things. So like if the bridge always occurs in the forest, I mean it mentions vines, so it kind of makes sense for the bridge to be in the forest. Um, if the bridge always occurs in the forest, then I still want it to occur about as frequently as, let's say, well, I was gonna say like I don't know, because something. Okay, so something like King for a Day. King for a Day seemed like there's no specific environment for which King for a Day makes more or less sense. But actually, it just occurred to me like I could just there are like multiple events that refer to the royal uh, that occur like in the company of like royalty. So I could just like decide that like the castle is in the mountains or something like that. Um, yeah, I guess I do really have my choice of ways to go about this. I could go either way with it. Um, oh, for the quest chains. Oh, that's interesting. Dragon Hall. I was picturing Dragon Hall to be in the mountains, but some of the events sound way more like they. Oh, whoa, whoa! Wait, what order does this go in? Does the river come first? The river is Oh no, the river's in the middle. Shoot. Ah, shoot. Wait, cliff comes before river? Ah, shoot. I was gonna say if I mean I could just change the order of these because I was gonna say like if it went river wolves, I can make it go. I can make it the river